Well, hey, it's nice to see you again.
Hey, is it hockey season again already?
I wish. I mean, we got the NHL playoffs in full force here in the second round, but
Well,
um
that's definitely better hockey season anyway.
the WHL Championship Series is going on with Moose Jaw up 2-0 on Portland.
Yeah,
So that's
they're
nice.
they're playing really good.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see
They are.
that Portland hasn't been doing so well in the finals
I
so
think
far.
I think Portland's playing good. They're just not. They're just getting beat.
Well, in the second game, it was pretty much all Moose Jaw, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, I did follow on a little bit of period by period highlight stuff on there.
yeah. But yeah, I just thought we should hop on and give a kind of a beginning. It's not even summer yet. I mean, the
Feels like it
mid,
outside, 80
middle of
some
May.
degrees.
I know. I got the short sleeves and the shorts going already here. So,
Me too.
um, time's kind of flying by here in the middle of May already. But
I know. I had
thought
to
we
put
should.
clothes. I had to put clothes on. You know,
Yeah, I feel you. I don't
I,
really want to be
was,
wearing any at the moment because it's so
no, I
hot.
was stripped down to my skivvies. It was getting so hot.
But I just figured we should maybe hop on and give a little bit of an update on everything that's gone on in the
Yeah,
off season so far. Um, so just kind of catching up toward the end of the season with some of the overagers that signed pro deals. Ty Shoveldayoff signed an amateur tryout with the Maine Mariners in the ECHL.
hmm,
And then he played in two of their last regular season games, scoring the goal
and
that
scored.
sent them
Right.
into the playoffs or whatever. So that's huge for
Yeah, I saw
him.
that. That's pretty cool.
And he played in all seven of his team's playoff games as well.
Oh, did he?
Only recorded one assist, but I'm looking at this now, and in those seven games, he recorded 26 penalty minutes. So
Attaboy.
we know a little bit about that, and I'm sure he
Yes, we do.
introduced himself to the league nicely.
Yeah.
Um, so good for Chevy. I'm glad to see him signing a pro deal and still getting to
Yeah,
play.
me too. Me too.
Um, and then Connor Roulette signed with the Tulsa Oilers of the ECHL.
Hmm.
He played in two regular season games for Tulsa and then three playoff games, didn't score any points or anything. But still, again, it's nice to see him have the deal, especially since he was drafted in the fourth round by Dallas a couple years back, but ended up not signing.
Right.
So it's nice to see that he's still getting his opportunity, and I think he deserves it after the year he had with the Chiefs
Oh,
too.
me. You got to give the guy a try.
He played in
Yeah.
all 68 games, 45 goals, 63 assists, 108 points. I mean, yeah, you got it absolutely. Um, so those two guys, I'm a little bit surprised I haven't heard anything on Berthelot yet. I'm kind of surprised he never got offered. I'm sure maybe toward camp and stuff for NHL teams this next season he will
Do you think
maybe,
maybe he?
but
You think maybe he's just let it be known? And I don't know if this is fact or not that he is planning to go the university route.
it's that's very possible too. But I feel like if a team were to have offered him something, he would have, taken a shot at it.
Yeah, I don't know,
But
but yeah, I just wonder if that's not what's going on.
yeah, I don't know. That's very possible too. I guess we'll find out soon. Like I said, I'm sure that maybe come training camp for some of these NHL teams next year, he'll get an invite to a camp or two. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, either way, I mean, the U sports route's not a bad way to go either.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot recently. I don't remember. I was listening to Spit and Chicklets or something, and they were talking about how like the U Sports hockey league is like super competitive up in Canada. Like it's like they could compete with some like NCAA teams and stuff like that too. And talk
Really,
about how that hockey is actually really good hockey and stuff too. So um
that's cool.
yeah, I mean either way, but who knows? Whatever the kid ends up doing, I'm sure he'll be fine. But
He'll be good at it.
yeah,
It's like it does everything hard.
100%. Some more news. The Chiefs signed their 68th overall WHL prospects pick from last season, defenseman Rhett Sather. They
Hmm.
signed him a couple of weeks ago, so he's eligible to join the Chiefs on a full-time basis next season, along with the other 2008 born players, Brody Gillespie, Mathis Preston, Carter Essler, Caden Allen, and Cohen Harris. So
Nice.
a lot of new young blood coming in again next year, but it looks like that future's bright because a lot of these players are pretty highly touted. And like
Yeah.
Gillespie first overall in the U.S. draft and Preston third overall in the prospects draft. Carter Essler, 22nd overall, first round goaltender. I mean, that's pretty
Pretty good for a
promising right
goalie.
there.
Yeah.
Caden Allen, 24th overall. He was the first pick of the second round too. So
Yeah.
I think give or take. But like we talked about on our last show, I still think that the team needs to make a lot of moves this offseason and build around Catton because you're going to
Yes.
have him for one maximum
Math.
2 more years. But
Exactly. Possible
more than
minimum of one.
likely, yeah, more than
Yeah.
likely one. But so, some good signing. I like seeing that we're signing some defensemen because obviously that was needed. Going into the prospect draft last week, I was listening on the YouTube app, listening to the draft while I was working, and
Hmm.
I was once the Chiefs pick came up, I was really hoping that they would try to take a defenseman.
Yeah.
Because like I think we have all the offensive talent, but
I
I
agree.
think we're really, really lacking defensively. But I was a little bit disappointed at first when they were making the Chiefs pick and I heard them say forward at seventh overall. I was like, but then you go and look into this guy's stats and I'll get into that in a second too. But he's got some pretty insane stats for his U15 AAA season.
Just the guy you were telling me about last night.
The Ozzy McIntyre. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll get into that in a second. But there's one more thing. Ryan Smith represented Team Canada at the 24 U18 World Championship,
Hmm.
and they ended up winning the gold medal. So congrats to
Wow.
Smithy. Pretty cool. They had a lot of really really good players on that team. Um, I can't remember the roster, but I know like Teach Ginla was there and
Hmm.
Carson Wetch and all these guys that are going to be like Gavin McKenna, like top picks in the NHL draft this year and
Nice.
next year and stuff too. So congratulations to them. They won the gold medal. So that's pretty huge. It's like to see if you can bring some of that back and give us some success.
Yeah.
Definitely would like to see that. But yeah, getting into draft week here last week, they had the two drafts. They had the U.S. priority draft
Right.
and then the WHL prospects draft. So the Chiefs selected, I think they picked seventh overall in the U.S. draft, and they selected another defenseman, Brady Elbert. I haven't
Hmm.
looked into this guy's stats or anything yet, so I'm going to do that now, actually. But these U.S. drafted players, obviously, it's kind of a gamble on if they're going to come play for in the WHL or not, because a lot of
Or
these
play
U.S.
or
players play college.
NCAA. Right.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's a pretty big guy for 14. I'm looking at his stats now. Dude, 6'3", 181 at 14 years old.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I mean he's putting up decent numbers and stuff too, playing California Golden Bears 14U AAA. So it'd be interesting to see if he shows up at camp this upcoming year. And then they also had a pick in the second round. They picked forward Spencer Anderson. Let's look him up here too. Uh, the prospects. Yeah, he. If this is the one I'm seeing here, let me look. I don't think there's a. I mean, that's a pretty basic name, but so I'm not seeing anything on elite prospects or anything too, but says the only Brady Anderson or Spencer Anderson that was born in 2009 that I'm seeing played for the Florida Alliance 14U AAA. So I don't know if that's the right player or not, but
Yeah. We won't speculate at this point.
because yeah, usually I mean, usually again, usually those U.S. guys don't really show up. I think Brody Gillespie was kind of an exception because he's already is
Right.
kind of a local guy from the Vancouver area.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if those guys show up at camp.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
actually excited about camp for the first time in a while.
yeah, me too, 100%. Especially with the heat outside right now, it's like, usually we're kind of in the middle of the
It feels
summertime
good
and
in there.
it feels real good in there. Sitting
Can
in
we
the
do something
arena.
this year though? Can we not go to Pig Out in the Park for fried food?
Yeah, have it sit in our stomachs the whole time.
That just have to sit in your gut and that greasy fried food because they don't have anything healthy over there anymore.
uh,
It's all fair food.
yeah, 100%. And let's not even
Yeah,
get into the
making my
price of these things too.
yeah, no shit. I'm gonna have to start getting a third job now to be able to do it.
Yeah, you and me
Yeah,
both. I'm already making great money too, and I would too.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna pay for that stuff anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. So I guess we can get into the WHL prospects draft now. May 9th, a couple days ago on I think it was Thursday, if I'm doing my
Thursday.
math
Yeah.
correctly. I'm not a math major by any means.
No, it wasn't your strong
Um,
as well.
no, it was not. So the Chiefs had the 7th overall selection in the prospects draft, and they selected forward Ozzie McIntyre. Um, Matt Bardsley said, "We're extremely excited to have been able to select Ozzie. He's an elusive skater with an elite skill set and sense for the game. The ability to score, set up his teammates, makes it difficult for opposing teams to defend. He loves to play the game, and we love his infectious personality." Um,
Nice.
yeah, so a 5'6" forward from St. Albert, Alberta, played for the St. Albert Sabres AAA U15, where he piled up a whopping 104 points, 55 goals, and 49 assists in 34 games.
34 games.
34
That's
games.
like a 3 point a game average.
Yeah, it says here 3.06 points per game.
Wow.
Isn't that
I don't care.
incredible?
I don't care what level you're at. That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. He tacked on 21 points, 14 goals, and 7 assists in 9 playoff games, and helped his team become the league champions as
Wow.
well this season. So, and then he
And he's
also
a winner.
helped Team Alberta Gray earn second place at the Alberta Cup, finishing the tournament with 3 goals and 2 assists. So, from kind of everything that I'm hearing about this kid, it sounds like he's pretty offensively gifted.
Yeah. No.
You look at his elite prospects page, and it already has a little tag on there that says he's a top prospect eligible for the 27 NHL entry draft too. So
Oh,
um
wow.
we're gonna have a lot of these pretty young kids coming in that I think are gonna be pretty promising here in the next few years. Um that was the Chiefs' only pick in the first round. Obviously, we know who went first overall.
Yes.
Landon DuPont to Everett. That kid's going to be really exciting to watch, especially
Like
since
like you said, that kid will be dumping on us for a few years.
yeah, 100%. Especially since we didn't get to see Connor Bedard play in person when he was in the
Yeah.
WHL, unfortunately. So it's nice being able to have a nice in some aspects and terrible in other aspects, having an exceptional status player in the division. But
Yeah.
he'll be fun
I,
to watch
oh yeah.
for sure.
Looking forward to that.
So yeah, so that was the first round. The Chiefs only had one selection in the first round this year, after having pretty much three last year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams were making trades and stuff too, trading different picks and
Saw that.
players for picks and stuff too. The
Trading
Chiefs
up.
didn't
Yeah.
Chiefs didn't do any of that. So let's see here. Let me
Which, you know
pull.
what, now that I think about it, you know what that kind of tells me? We don't want to draft any more young people. Maybe we just want to shuffle some things around and
Oh,
you have guys that you
for
want to
sure.
trade and stuff too versus drafting.
Absolutely, yeah. 100%. And that maybe that's a good sign of things to come too, because
Yeah. Yes.
obviously or draft day is when you can start making trades in the league again, even though
Yep.
the prior season championship is still going on at the moment.
Right.
But obviously you gotta be able to be open to drafting in the or
Yes.
trading in the draft rather.
Yeah.
Um, the Chiefs' next pick was 34th overall, second round. Harry Matern. I'm not sure how it's pronounced
Return.
exactly, but um, defenseman, 6 foot, 145 pounds. So obviously had to put on a little bit of weight. But I mean, again, the kid's 15, so
Right.
give him a little credit there. The
He'll,
scouting
he'll,
report.
he'll
What's
fill
that?
out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He'll fill out.
100%. The scouting report says Harry's a strong defender with great leadership skills and a big heart. He's a smooth skater with lots of layers to his game. Good kid, and we're excited to bring him into the organization. Um, 2023 stats, 13 assists in 25 regular season games and 7 assists in 5 playoff games. So sounds like he's kind of a pass first type of guy as a
Yeah.
defenseman too. Um, this gives me kind of the feeling that he's more going to be more of like a stand-up defenseman,
Yeah.
defensively minded or defense first rather. Um, so yeah, kind of excited to see what he's all about in camp too. And then fourth round pick, 74th overall, we selected another defenseman, Bryson Roberts, 5'11", 175 pounds,
A big kid.
5 goals and 13 assists in 24 games last season, and 3 assists in 3 playoff games. Scouting report says Bryson is a highly competitive physical defenseman with excellent instincts. He wins puck battles all over the ice and is poised and skilled in moving the puck. He brings a winning attitude and will be an excellent addition to our young defensive core. So again,
Right.
another young, kind of a bigger defenseman. Um,
Yeah, he's only a inch shorter than that first guy, first defenseman. He's 30 pounds heavier.
I know that's kind of interesting
Yeah.
to point out too.
Explains the
Uh,
physical side of it.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. But obviously, we're gonna need physicality on defense if we're gonna have any sort of luck making any pushes
Yeah.
uh, for a championship. But fifth round pick, no relation.
Are you sure?
Well, no, but everything that I'm seeing says no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
96th overall, the Chiefs selected forward Anthony Bedard out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's the first sign because Connor's from Vancouver.
Yeah, good point. Maybe he's a cousin. Maybe they're
I was gonna
cousins.
say maybe a distant cousin. 5'8", 151 pounds. 23, 24 stats with Rink Hockey Academy Winnipeg. 18 goals, 22 assists, and 40 points in 24 games. That's pretty good. That's not terrible.
That's good.
More
Yeah.
than a point per game, obviously. Scouting report says Anthony is a complete player with lots of versatility and a 200-foot game, which is something that the Chiefs would desperately need.
Yes.
He'll bring skill and compete to our lineup, and he's a character kid. He'll fit into the group very well. We're very excited to add him to the organization. Sixth round, 118th overall, forward Aiden McIntosh, 5'11", 157. 22 goals and 39 assists for 61 points in 33 regular season games. Again, very offensively gifted, it appears. Highly skilled, smooth forward, makes smart plays and fits in well with the team's makeup. And then they had Chiefs had a couple of back to back, well, not back to back, but 160th and 162nd overall.
Mm-hmm.
In the eighth round, Jacob Balaberta and Adam Montaigne, goaltender,
Nice.
at 5'8", 156 pounds. Says Montaigne is a highly competitive, athletic goaltender, quick hands, and is elite at playing and handling the puck. He's a proven winner and provincial champion in the 2023 U15 challenge. So again,
Good.
that's pretty promising.
Yeah.
Always nice to have a couple of goalies in your back pocket in your system too.
Well, and they're 15 coming up. Yeah, because we're not going to have what we have forever, obviously.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta keep building for the future, even if your team is good.
Yeah.
Um,
Good.
ninth round forward Zane Reigns, 5'8", 148. Usually these guys don't really end up cracking the roster at any
No,
point, but you never know.
no.
Um, he put up 28 goals, 20 assists in 34 games, 3 goals and 3 assists in 4 playoff games. He says he's a crafty forward with touch and a creative mindset. He's always involved offensively and has the ability to pass the puck with a great finish in and around the net.
Nice.
And then their last pick in the 10th round, 206th overall, was forward Connor Nickel from Cold Lake, Alberta. 5'10", 145, 17 goals and 17 assists in 34 regular season games. So point per game player, two-way player, strong work ethic, defensively responsible and a good skater, and one of his team's leaders. So Chiefs had another pretty solid haul, I'd say, for the draft. Obviously not as
Yeah.
strong as it was last season with how many first and second rounders we had, but
Right.
it sounds like this Ozzie McIntyre kid is going to be pretty promising. He's a tiny little guy, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be pretty quick.
You would think so.
5'7", 138 at the moment. So
Yeah.
he'll have to put on a little bit more weight too. But I'm sure if he's getting selected that high, they obviously see potential in him and see that
Oh
he's
yeah.
going to be able to do stuff like that too. So so yeah, it's a fun week, and it's kind of the first taste of the future that we're getting for next season.
Yeah.
During this off season, that is anyway. There was one thing that I wanted to point out that I thought was kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find it here. I just saw it a second ago. It was early in the second round, or third round, 47th overall. Tri City makes a selection of a defenseman from Vancouver, BC, Lucas McIsaac.
Really?
McIsaac's little brother is going to be a Tri City American.
Oh boy.
So,
Wonder if they'll scrap.
yeah, who knows? It'd be kind of interesting. He's a pretty big boy too for his age. He's 6 foot 175. So,
Wow. Yeah.
um, some interesting developments there. I thought kind of the once I saw that his brother was kind of a top guy for this draft, I thought the Chiefs might kind of take a look at maybe getting him too and getting a couple of brothers on the team again. But Tri City swooped in and got him first. But I think that'll be all right.
Yeah.
But
We'll get
so
to see
yeah,
him a lot.
it's that's pretty much all I really had. I just kind of wanted to get on and kind of recap what's been going on this summer. Yeah, no trades or anything to be made yet. No,
Oh,
nothing really news wise other than kind of all the stuff that we already just talked about. But um, I thought I'd hop on and give the fans another episode.
well, they probably deserve one. I mean, it's been a while. Maybe they missed us.
Yeah, who knows?
And then again, maybe they didn't.
That's all right.
But
We like doing this too, and it gives me something to do on my day off after my 45-hour week.
yeah, your marathon week
Mm-hmm.
for being part time and getting 45 hours in.
Mm-hmm. Fun
Yeah.
stuff, huh?
After my long day yesterday too at work.
Yeah, I guess we'll catch up with you a little bit. How's the golf course going?
Got busy now that the weather got nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
bet. I believe
And
that.
now this
I
been consistently nice. And then yesterday we had our first big shotgun tournament of the year, 165 players.
dang, that's great. Yeah, I had my work route kind of over in that area yesterday. I drove by a couple different times and I noticed how busy it was, and there's like all those tents set up on the different tee
Yeah.
boxes and stuff too, and saw
Yeah.
that it was the tournament that I played in last year.
Yeah. The Shadle fundraiser. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was a good one.
right on.
It was a good for sure. Yeah. So good to get the first one under your belt and things went smooth,
Right
which
on,
is
right
always nice.
on.
So we've done enough of these. We kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll kind of hope that continues for you, and nothing too crazy.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah,
It is downriver, so you
anything
never
can
know.
happen at Downriver.
This is true.
Yeah,
This
we
is
know that
true.
firsthand, both of us.
This is true. Well, we should give a quick shout out to all the moms out there. You know, they're probably our biggest fans, and say Happy Mother's Day to them,
Yeah,
including your mom and my mom.
specifically the hockey moms too.
Yeah, hockey
Can't
moms
forget the
too.
hockey moms.
They are a pretty amazing set of moms out there for sure. Hockey
Yeah,
moms.
absolutely. I gotta
Yeah. So
dedicate a lot of your life to those kids to get them to where they're at to be playing at this level of hockey. So
yeah, and money.
yeah, money too. That's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. No, thank you. So yeah, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, including especially the hockey moms. I guess we should say.
Yes, absolutely. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I got for now. We'll kind of again we'll just chime back in here and there whenever there's news surrounding the team or the league or
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe do an update after the Chiefs make a trade or whatever too, and kind of
Okay.
recap like the WHL Championship Series or something too. But yeah, so for now, I guess we can
Yeah. I like
kind of
this idea.
yeah, and I guess we can just kind of call it on that, and then we'll start back on a full-time basis once the season starts next year.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for doing this. I appreciate you linking us up and getting us going.
You bet. You have a
All
good
right.
one.
You too. We'll talk to you
All right.
later.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.